Hello, this is part 2 of the Minecraft world tour of Sea in the Mountain. On the last video, I forgot to show the wood shop here. This was John and Dom's wood shop. I'm pretty sure they co-owned it, stuff like that. Well, that's all for that right there. But this is tour of the village and possibly some of the ruins. So up here, there's a minecart, and it goes down to the village over here. There's a little checkpoint house there, and another house up there as well that isn't as important. There's a wall around the village as well, just like the industrial zone. They have separate walls. This is the village. There's a little library over here, small. And with upgrade paths are here, deep slate. And all the houses were upgraded to terracotta all around. This one's still under construction. I'm not going to show this horse's name, but it may be one of the rarest Minecraft horses in the game, I think. Because it's called N-word Whipper. And the person who named their horse that was obviously very racist at the time, and probably still are. This was their house right here. It was like a little upgraded villager house. They were in the process of moving out, and then they just left the server entirely. This is the main area over here, and the church has a little tip on the top there. There's a little bit of decoration. Inside the houses are just beds. This building right here was my storage room. Stash. I had some armor all over the place. Here's a map of the village. And there's not much in here now because I decided to mostly store everything elsewhere. Due to this world being so old, there aren't many villagers that are actually still living. They kind of just despawned. But going back here, there's a little way up. There's also a target range or here, a little bit of decoration. Going along the wall, you can see in the distance that is what is called a chunk error. World has just one error there. They don't really happen on the newer worlds, for people who have the older worlds. This is an old ranch house that was being built, and it was halfway completed before it was just abandoned. The person got off the world, and I don't even know or remember who built it. I got a little wall, because this wall was made before this one was. I wanted to include it in there because one of my friends said he'd fix it up. There's then a cobblestone walkway back this way to where another abandoned house is. This one, I have no idea what really happened to it. Well, it was just established in the late 2018 era, or age, something like that. Or that way that just links into the front. Over here, this is right here a birch house. And this birch house, I have no idea who built it, but it was more recently built. This area here is another, I guess this used to be an open area that was just there. Now it's not really used. There was up here. So up this way, there is a random stone thing. It may have been or here somewhere. But here's a railway system, which was the first one built on the world, going down over here. Oh. And then down here there's a little entrance let out area, which goes out to this area. This used to be an original fortress type of thing that was made by Dom. Like, he would abandon it, and I then came along and fixed it up and made it into a fortress outside. Or here, that was a little mini game thing with like snowballs that Lyric made. I have no idea what it was. And this is a random monument pyramid type of thing that was made. No idea what it was either. And a random, I'm not even sure who built that house, but it's pretty terrible. Going over this way, there is another abandoned house in the front, or here. And I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure it was made by Dom as well, and just abandoned, but didn't really have much in it. In the distance, that's a little mining area for terracotta, if you could see it. Over here, the forest was burnt down in order to make sure that we could see in the distance. So, Austin, the one guy, or BC Twix or something like that, the guy's name, doesn't get in. Going around the front way, there's of course the factories, abandoned factories over here. But there's also another destroyed house right this way. I'm not really sure. It was probably this one guy, Logan, who built it. That was just destroyed. But over this way, there's a pathway that leads to the original house, and that's the original house in the distance. The original house was first made, and then the one guy, John, saw the mountain distance and decided we should probably build there. The house was then later just destroyed for the most part. Not at first, but it would later be destroyed. It used to have a second floor to it and had an addition of a basement. And that would be all for the part 2 of the Sea and Mountain World Tour.